Hello everyone, this is Manisa the Poet, your diamond in the rough in the city, still looking pretty, coming to you guys today with yet another YouTube coronavirus quarantine video. Today's video, I'm out and about doing my chop it up session, possibly slash story time. And the reason why I'm gonna get into my story time is because basically, sorry, I gotta look around. I tell y'all all the time, you gotta be aware of what's going on in my city. This chop it up session slash story time is about how I felt about my last video I posted. I was very vocal in how I felt about people not showing support and not being able to just be nice to people who have things going on that are good for them when they want that for themselves. And to get to the point, I feel like it's a double standard, because when celebrities share what cars they buy, houses they buy, what's good going on in their life, how they elevate in life, people are on it, clap, shout out, everything, but when people that have struggled their whole lives want to say, okay, I'm doing better and this is what I'm doing, then it's a problem. And in terms of me, like I said, no one's gonna stop me from sharing what I need to share. If someone buys my shirts, if somebody wears my shirts, I'm gonna show them love. For one, showing love to my business, and for two, it's free advertising. And honey, I don't have hundreds of thousands to do in advertisement for me to be not advertising my people who buy, or me myself wearing, because like I said, I don't have models on deck out here modeling my clothes yet. But another thing is my poetry. My poetry is my passion. I write poetry because I love to write. I love to inspire people. I love to speak for the underdog. I love to write things that shock people, that are beautiful and very poetic. And I love to write raw and uncut and truthful pieces that hit here. So I'm not going to stop being Manisa. I'm not going to stop doing that, because I feel like we need that, especially in a time like now. Why would I not? And on top of that, like I said, people misinterpret doing what you need to do to elevate, and they look at it like if you're not rich and famous or someone they care for, like you're bragging. First of all, I'm never gonna be a bragger. I don't brag. I'm humble, because I come from humble beginnings, and I'm never gonna forget where I came from. And I'm still not far from where I came from. So at the end of the day, you're not going to catch me doing anything differently than what I do. Also, I have a good heart, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also a beast when it comes to someone trying to take advantage of my good heart. People, talking to me in a disrespectful way or acting in a different disrespectful manner. I don't tolerate that, because I came from a big family and we speak up, for ourselves. And even me being one of the more quiet ones when I was growing up, that made it even more intense for me to speak up for myself and not allow people to do whatever they want, because my family would push you ahead to say, okay, you better stand up for yourself. And I'm grateful they were that way, and I'm grateful they did that for me, because by them doing that for me, it made me a better person. It made me a stronger person. Shout out to my family. And in terms of who I am, I'll never regret who I am. I do regret my struggle now. If I had to go through the struggle again, I probably wouldn't have rather went through the struggle. But then again, I can't say that, because I was told by someone that I really love and care for, which is my fiance, that there's no life without pain. If you don't go through the pain, then the pain allows you to know what's better. Let's just put it like that. For lack of better words, because I can't remember verbatim what he said, but to some degree I gotta agree with him, because every struggle, every pain that I've been through put me in a position to fight harder to get to the next level in my life. Now, with that being said, I'm just happy that I'm able now to articulate the way I feel. Not that I wasn't ever, because I'm always a person that articulates and speaks the way I feel. But when I say that, I'm happy to have an outlet to articulate and speak on how I feel. And I wouldn't do anything differently. You know, I'm not, like I said, Instagram famous. I'm not YouTube famous. And I don't even know if I'm trying to be. I'm just trying to be me. Just trying to stay Manisa. Try not to let this messed up world change me. And I'm glad that I am that way. And I pray for everybody out here who's going through, who wants to do better, who wants to be happy. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let nobody stop you. You know, as I told y'all before, I'm a person who speaks for the underdog. I'm always gonna speak for the underdog and speak for myself in general. So let me get to the matter at hand. When I was talking with you guys, I was actually speaking with my hands, and I stopped for a minute. But I speak with my hands, and you know, that's something that I've done my whole life. My mom, she used to speak with her hands too, and that's like her signature. But my story time is going to reflect my lieutenant previously at my job that I retired from. He basically and I used to be at odds, but I believe that we were at odds because, you know, either he saw something in me, you know, that he wanted to push forward, or, you know, he was just busting my balls to speak more like of his way of speaking. He's Sicilian, and he doesn't really know, but I will always shout him out for the fact that there was someone on the job that tried to get me written up, and this was like a patron, and the person tried to get me written up based on the fact that I use my hands when I speak. Now, he spoke up because he was like, I'm Sicilian, I use my hands. You know, she wasn't doing anything out of the way or talking to you in a disrespectful manner. It's just the way that we talk. In some cultures, we use our hands. So, more or less, he was like, deal with it. You know, she's a good worker. He held me down. And indeed, I was. And for that, I will forever be grateful, because it's something as small as people understanding you. And people don't always take the time to understand people. People will judge people and say things about people, not even realizing that you don't know that person. You don't know why that person is the way they are. But whatever their origin story is, wherever they came from, it made them who they are. And me, I'm not a disrespectful person. For me to come out my bag, you have to do something to me for me to come out my bag. Because, yeah, they say New Yorkers are tough and we, you know, are gritty. But we gritty with who comes at us. And to be honest with you, I'm not gritty and coming at nobody right now. When I say that, I don't mean I won't defend myself if somebody come at me. I mean, I don't have a fight against anybody. My fight right now is with cancer, against the battle that it has with my dad, or my illnesses that I go through from world trade and everything else that I've encountered in my life. So I don't have time to battle anything else. You know, I want to flourish in life and be the best mother I could be for my kids continuously. I'm a work in progress. No one's perfect, but no one can love their kids more than I love my children. And I say that because I was raised without my mom. Most kids are raised without their dad. I live with my mom and dad off and on, to the point of which I didn't live with my mom. And I kind of had to adapt to not having a mother around more than the average. Most kids don't have a father around. I didn't have my mother around all the time, but I do appreciate the lessons I learned from her and the goodness in her heart and who she was, because that's the good in me. And with that being said, I wouldn't change a thing. Shout out to my mother. Sleep in peace. Your legacy lives. I'm here. I'm here becoming a better version of myself every day to continue to make you proud. And without getting melancholy, I'm going to wrap it up by saying thank you, God, to first and foremost for putting your child on this earth to redeem whatever generational curses I have in my family that I want to change. And I hope my daughter does even better than me. That's the way the world works. That's the way it's supposed to be. This has been Manisa the Poet, thanking God first and foremost. Thank you to everyone. And sorry that I'm not looking in the camera, but like I told you guys before, I'm in New York. I'm always going to be on point. Have a good day.